Hey up and welcome to the video. And we're just walking down to Malham Cove, and you know, when you go to work on a daily basis and you look at the four walls at work and you go home and look at the four walls at home, nice as they are, and you come here and you've got this wall in front of you. This is spectacular, it really is. Now I've already been out this morning and I went out to photograph the early morning light on Gisburn Stocks reservoir. So we'll start this video and go back to 7:30 this morning, where we had fog, mist and some nice morning light. So it's just after 10:30 and already this place is heaving with people, so it's going to be quite difficult to photograph the scenes without people in, but it is what it is. The weather today, we've got some blue sky above there, we have got cloud, we've got dappled sunlight, there's no rain forecast today, so it's probably going to be the driest day today, I think. So we're going to walk up to the top of Malham Cove. Helen don't know it yet. I've got to entice her up and take some shots from up there. This is quite nice here with the river on the side, or it might be a brook. Pity there's no leaves on these trees. That would have been some nice autumn colours. But there is a nice shot here, I think. I'm going to take a shot down here. We've got some small rapids, but they make some nice foreground interest to the backdrop of Malham Cove itself, and the trees as well sitting in the base there. So I think this is going to be my first shot at Malham Cove. Well, this is a bit of a walk up, so this is burning off the meal we had last night. Wow, I knew it was going to be steep, but not this steep. But when we get to the top, we are going to be rewarded with some fantastic views looking back. I thought this was the last push up, but I think there's another level yet. Let's not tell Helen. She's not smiling at the minute. we've made it to the top of Malham Cove, and I didn't realise how treacherous these rocks are. On videos I've seen and photographs, they look much closer together, but when you start hopping across them, they're a bit of a challenge actually. And I can't see where Helen is at the minute. She might have looked at him and thought, I'll sit down and wait for him to come back. But yeah, it is pretty gorgeous up here. There's not a gust of wind, so I think we might put the drone up. I think, why not? Okay, I'm bringing three elements together for this shot that I'm taking on top of Malham Cove, and with all the people it's quite difficult to feel free in what you want to take. So I'm looking over the edge. I've got these nice two trees that are sitting in the left of the shot. In the base of the shot we've got the rock formations, and then in the distance we've got some landscape. As I say, very difficult to film here. Lots of people, popular, it's half term, so we'll do what we can with compositions. I think there's a shot looking back that way as well, maybe, and behind us. People seem to stop here to have a picnic, bless them, but we'll see. We'll see. This morning it was absolutely blue sky, sunshine, mist, fog, and in about an hour this cloud came over, and now it looks like it's going to rain, and I think that is the forecast later on for us to have some rain. There's some gorgeous light in the distance coming. Let's hope that that light will split through these clouds and give us a bit more dramatic light. This tree in front of us is really nice. The scene in the distance wants some light, really, but if we just spin round this, whoop, these rocks are lethal. We'll stand there, you can see the trees now, but yes, them rocks are very, very lethal indeed. Wow. light today is pretty awful now, so I think we're going to make us way back down to Malham village. Might grab a coffee there and a cake, and then we're going to go drive up to Malham Tarn, and we might catch the lone tree on the way. But if we take the lone tree, it's definitely going to be black and white, because it's now threatening to rain. Helen's just coming down the steps now, and she can't believe that I went up there to take one shot with my camera. However, I did take some still shots with the drone, so let's have a look at those images from Malham Cove until we move on to hopefully Malham Tarn. It depends if there's any space in the car park. Okay, we're at Malham Tarn now, and the weather, the rain stopped, the clouds have parted, we've got blue sky. It has actually just started raining again. Behind me we've got sunshine, in front of me we've kind of got a misty rain, so we've got everything here, and there's some fantastic light coming around the landscape, but nothing kind of that fits into a composition. So I'm just going to try and make use of this light a little and see what we can get as we go round Malham Tarn. Look at the light over there. I'm just going to have to stop recording. Behind me there's some gorgeous autumn colours on Malham Tarn. We're just waiting for that sun to break through and light up those colours. We're gonna wait a while, or maybe 10 minutes, half an hour.
Okay, we did spend half an hour waiting, and eventually Helen gave me the red card, and we ended up with this shot, which no matter how much colour you put into it, you could not lift the colours like the sunlight would have done on this scene. So we went back to the car, set the sat nav for Skipton. We were going to do a Morrison shop in Skipton to cover us for the rest of the week. So we made us way down the other road into Malham, and we bumped into Gertrude, not literally. Gertrude had clearly planned an escape from the clutches of the farmer and was marching down this road. And if you've had a drive down some of these roads, country lanes, you'll know that people tend to drive quite fast, not realising traffic can come in the opposite direction. And this was happening, but they didn't realise they'd got a cow coming in the opposite direction, and the cow was getting quite stressed. It was mooing to all its mates in the surrounding fields, and eventually we decided to turn round and not pursue Gertrude. So I did a 23-point turn in this narrow lane and made us way back up to the Tarn. And as we went back up the road, we think we passed a farmer on his quad bike, probably going to round up Gertrude. Good luck with that. Anyway, so we went back down the road we came up, which was Tarn Road, and on this road we got another surprise. We met the rest of the gang, the escapees. Gertrude was a decoy to let the rest of these escape down to Malham. Now this part of the road was a little bit wider, so eventually we got round these and waved goodbye and carried on down the road. And the final surprise of this drive, as we turned round the corner, were these two skipping down the road happily, as if they'd seen autumn appear, and eventually they heard the sound of the car coming, and they moved to one side. But that was yeah, that was a very strange 20 minutes in Yorkshire that we will remember. Okay, then we went and did a Morrison shop in Skipton and went back to the van, and I started to edit. And I had fancied having steak actually, but after experiencing all that cow, I just had pizza instead. So thank you for watching the video. Malham is definitely a place to go early. If we'd have gone much earlier to Malham, I'm sure I'd have had a lot more scope to take compositions. But then I want to got the misty shots on the reservoir, so you can't have everything. Very popular place, very popular, so I think it's definitely an early start. Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Give the video a like if you've liked the video. Pop a comment in the bottom. Have you been to Malham? We're going to close the video with my favourite shot from this shoot, which has just got to be the drone shot. And on that note, I'll see you later on the next one.